My name is David Deutsch. I'm the founder of Search Titans and partner of SEMrush Japan. Now you may not recognize me because I changed my shirt. It's pink, see? And I put my Buffalo's hat on. But I promise you, it's still me, Dave. And my jokes are just getting worse. Oh! But this video, it's all about e-commerce platforms. Now we already talked about Google Shopping. For those of you that missed that video, stop watching, go back and watch the other video that talks about Google Shopping because it was a doozy. I told you in that video, I told you guys how Google Shopping is the single most powerful marketing tool for any e-commerce business. It'll outperform every other marketing channel there is for e-commerce websites. And that's because it will take all of your products, if you do it right, and it will place it on Google Shopping, and on the main Google page. So you don't even have to be using Google Shopping, you just type in a keyword. Like for example, t-shirts with lights, how cool is that, right? Little blinking lights with a little mouse on it for Christmas saying Joyeux Noël. So you could type in t-shirt with lights into Google, and Google Shopping will place this product on page 1 of Google, above SEO and below the paid search, which is very, very cool because they'll have the price tag underneath it, the free shipping, and so on. And that's very, very nice. And it's not just this, but it can be also, as we discussed, super delicious yogurt. Strawberry cake. No, that's strawberry fraisier. Super mixed with yogurt. Raspberry cake. Peach cake. Apple. This is tarte tatin. So it's apple, roasted apple with caramel. Oh, God, so good. Cake mixed in with yogurt. My favorite. Strawberry tart mixed with the yogurt. And my second favorite, apricot crumble cake, literally mixed in with the yogurt. You can't get enough of this stuff. I buy like 12 of these a month. Really, really, really nice. Anyway, if you put this on Google Shopping from your e-commerce website, then it'll show up on page 1 with a price next to it. But you need an e-commerce website first. That can be hard to do if you don't know what you're doing. Also, which platform do you choose? Well, some platforms are very good, but they're only good for a couple of products. Other platforms do not allow you to do the things you need to do to get on Google Shopping. So in this particular slide, we talk about 5 e-commerce sites that we use all the time to produce e-commerce sites quickly, efficiently, most importantly, cheaply. You don't need to spend billions of dollars or millions of dollars to produce an e-commerce website. Not today. Shopify is one of my favorite websites. Bigcommerce, it's just as good. They're both equally amazing e-commerce platforms. They're cheap, they're super efficient, and they have a gigantic team of developers always making sure that my websites never go down, so that there's never a problem. And that's very important to me. Also, they pre-build most of your website. So all you have to do is choose a theme, choose this, choose this, and this, upload the images of your product, the descriptions, and it's almost finished. It takes a few days to set up an e-commerce site for a novice. For a professional like my team and myself, we can build e-commerce sites within 3 or 4 hours. Even for a company that has 1,000 products could take us maybe 5 or 6 hours, as long as they have the images, the product descriptions, and everything in a predetermined Excel sheet. If they don't have that, it could take a few days for us to collect the information, put it together, and upload it to the e-commerce platform that you choose. Whoops. Now, as a side note, this has nothing to do with e-commerce, but in 1978, my father, who's passed away now, my father created this. It's the t-shirt with lights. He even had it patented. It's called the T-Light. And I don't know if you can see it, but it has little blinking lights. In 1978, this was billions of years ago, this was the height of technology, and you needed a patent. to patent all this stuff. Today, this stuff is merely a child's toy, but back then, it was a pretty serious thing. This is one of the last ones that we made together in New York. I keep it as a memento. Remind me of him. Anyway, this type of product would have been perfect for for e-commerce websites, because we would take the t-shirt, right, put it on a woman, a girl, a boy, a man, or what does it matter, right? Different poses like this, right? And we would take this and we would put as many images as possible, including the back, onto the e-commerce platform. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, well, that's easy. I'll just take a picture of the t-shirt and I'll put it on the e-commerce site and we're good to go. Wrong. That's not good enough. If somebody walks into your store, and I know this because they walked into my store in Miami and New York when we were selling these things, they wouldn't look at the product like this. Oh, that's nice, and then put it back or buy it. No. Do you know what they would do? They would do this. They would look at it, and then they would always open it up. They would want to see what's inside. How does it work? So we would take hundreds of pictures. So I'll get as close to the camera as I can. See? You open it up and you show the client exactly what's inside the t-shirt. Let's flip it inside out, shall we? Don't worry, it's a very sturdy product. My father invented a very good invention with this one. Now I'm inventing stuff, but nothing to do with t-shirts, I promise. For me, it's mostly beekeeping, internet marketing software and stuff. So that's what's inside. It's called a pad, and that's what we patented. The pad has little wires in it. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Let me show you how to remove it. So, the reason I'm doing all of this is not to show off my father's invention. I've shown this thing off hundreds of times. You see on the light, there's a little O-ring. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Ah, crud. Hold on one second. There you go. You see that? That's a little O-ring. And we have 8 of those. And the O-rings, they're right over the little, go right over the little lights. You see? And that's what holds the lights in place. So that way, and I'm going to take the others off now so that I can take the pad out. So that way, you can, the lights will stick onto the pad, but you could always, the t-shirt, but you could always take the pad off the t-shirt so that you can wash it. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Because this is how you describe a product. You don't just show the person the product and hope for the best. The guy's never seen a tea light before. This was invented in 1978. In 1979, nobody's ever seen one of these things before. So how does it work? It's practically magic. I mean, did you actually use magic, or is there like some kind of technological secret behind it? That's the big question. So I've removed all of the little pads, all of the little rings from the pad. Before I show you the pad, I'll show you what the t-shirt looks like. See, it's not magic. See, now the lights are gone from the t-shirt. Chuck the t-shirt away and you're left with an ugly looking pad. Ugly, whatever. You see, the pad is actually just mesh, and the back is just normal cotton, and then there's little wires with the lights all connecting to a central processing microchip. Back then, this was the height of technology. Yeah, this was patented. My father sold this patent for like $60,000 back in the 80s, or was it the 90s? I think it was the 90s. Anyway, we sold thousands of these t-shirts. Even Disney bought some of them. They're really hard to work with, but whatever. Nah, they're alright. But anyway, so Disney bought like 20,000 of these at one point for their shops. And many other companies did too. And we sold them in our own shop. But this is how you describe a product. You show the whole thing. You describe how to remove it, how to put it back together, how to wash it. You see, now you can put this t-shirt in the wash, just like any other t-shirt. Because, and this is another descriptive image. You have to show this image. You see that? That's a metal ring. So you could put that in the wash and it won't rust because it's bronze. Smart, right? But nobody's going to know that unless you take a picture of it and put it on your e-commerce site. There should be at least 20, 30, 40 pictures associated with this product alone. And every version of this product should also have 30, 40, 50 consistent pictures showing exactly what the pad looks like on each t-shirt. Because each t-shirt has the pad, the little lights on the pad were located in different areas on the pad. So I can't just show removing the pad once. I have to do it with every single design of the t-shirt. That way you know where the little lights are. And that's an important thing to know, because here's another descriptive little factor. We used to mark with a black marker where the light's supposed to go. So that way, if you remove the little diode, the little light by accident from the pad, like this one, it's gone. Whoops. Oh no! How do I put it back? Well, it's okay, because we marked it with a little black marker. And so that's a description. That's a product description. And it's important to have extremely good product descriptions. The longer the product description, the more sales you're gonna get. But if you don't believe that, who cares? This isn't you who's buying the product. It's me, it's the consumer, and we care. We want to know how your little product was made. How does this turn it off and on exactly? Well, I'm not going to show you. You're just going to have to buy it to figure it out. No, it doesn't work like that. You see this? The microchip? Okay, there's a couple of little batteries right there. Yeah, you're going to have to change them out every couple 100 hours or something. They're working fine right now. Call us when you need a replacement. And then there's a little switch. Watch. Up. Turn it off. Turn it on. It's literally not rocket science. Well, it might be, depending on the rocket, but on, off, on, off, off. Now, you put this in water and it will not electrocute you. It won't even like short circuit, which is a really cool trick. That's why my father patented it. We even had this turned on, and we used to put it in water at the shop. And that is because we wanted to describe the effectiveness of my father's invention. We wanted to make sure that all of the consumers understood that you can't electrocute yourself if you jump into a pool. Most of our clients in Miami would jump into the pool with these things because it's even cooler underwater. You're underwater like a mermaid, and you had this cool little t-shirt going bling, 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 and it doesn't electrocute anybody. So we would put it in water, take a picture and a little video of the lights working so that everybody knows that it's safe to use. That's how you do a product description. Let's see. Cookies. Do you want to buy this? Maybe, maybe not. What is it exactly? Okay, I'm asking. What is it? Apparently it's cake. Okay, well look, this is a pretty good image right here. You have the cake and the little strawberry thing in it. Is that the way it looks? I guess, maybe. This is not such a bad product description. But is it good enough for the internet? The answer is no. For the internet, you want to open it up. Actually, I just want to open it up because I want to eat a cookie. Hey, don't judge me, okay? You're not my boss yet. You might be soon. Okay, see, that's what happens when you make fun of me. Oh, hold on a second. Ooh, excuse me. There we go. All right, first of all, it comes in 2 packs like this. See, that's one picture of the product. That's the second picture of the product, right? Then you see how many there are, and it looks like this. So now that's another picture. So this is a picture. This is a picture. This is a picture, right? In different angles. Now you want to open the product so that I could eat it. This is a picture. This is a picture. And this is a picture. Get it? But with a really, really cute girl. Preferably. Oh, so good. So good. I deserve this. This is a picture. Oh, I really wish you could give a picture of the look on my face as I'm eating this thing because, so good. Okay, the point I'm making is with your e-commerce platforms, choosing the right e-commerce platform, critical. I say choose Shopify and Bigcommerce. Create 2 e-commerce sites. Why? Why 2? Shopify and Bigcommerce, they're practically the same price, which is to say extremely cheap. But if you have 2 e-commerce websites, you can have them in 2 languages, or the same language, and then you can have your products side by side on Google Shopping. Why have only one product like this? Why only have one product like this on Google Shopping when you can have 2 side by side? Have Bigcommerce and Shopify, boom, both products. Same prices, same images, or different images, same prices, same everything, but different product descriptions. You can write the description in a different way. That's a little tricky, right? Because you have to rewrite your product description so that it's 2 completely different texts that say exactly the same thing. Not so hard to do, but important. That way, you have 2 different companies, as it would seem, selling the same product on Google Shopping, pushing down your competitors. So if you could do it with Shopify and Bigcommerce, why not also do it with Woocommerce, WordPress, 3D Cart, Yahoo Stores, Amazon, and Rakuten? Yay! Now you got 7 e-commerce websites, and they don't cost that much. Relax. If you build it on Shopify, Bigcommerce, Woocommerce, 3D Cart, Yahoo Stores can all take the same exact theme, color, everything is exactly the same. The same merchant processing, the same everything, even the same product images. I mean, you could take different product images, which is what I would suggest. You could take different videos, which is also what I would suggest. But you have to change the product description so that they're different. Saying the same thing, but different words. And once you do that, your competitors stand no chance of competing against you. Now, granted, it might make your clients a little bit angry because now it's only your product showing up everywhere, but that's not so much of a problem as it is an opportunity. See, they don't know that all 7 of those websites belong to you, and they don't need to know. They just need to buy your products. Yeah. Also, this is a great opportunity to do A/B testing on a whole e-commerce platform level. So you can have Bigcommerce presenting the products in one way and Shopify presenting it in a different way. Or what I prefer to do is use Shopify for 32 languages, targeting 80 countries, use Bigcommerce for the same exact thing, and then get on Google Shopping across the board. And also on Amazon, Rakuten, and the other shopping platforms. Now, for the bigger companies who need a much more professional service, a much more luxurious program, I highly recommend EpiServer, because that's really a high-end e-commerce platform. It doesn't necessarily offer more, or it doesn't offer different, it offers more. That's what I meant to say. It offers more capabilities. Like, for example, you can ask your programmers to create interactive programs that help clients move your products around like 360 degrees, and you can have them customize your products much easier on EpiServer than on Shopify. Shopify is a turnkey solution, very quick to build, whereas EpiServer allows you to do much more complex programming. And it's also much more expensive. But I've used EpiServer many times to great achievement. I highly recommend them for larger companies who need very, very complex e-commerce websites. Or EpiServer is much better for any client that has 10,000 products or more, because then EpiServer is much easier to use on a very, very large scale. Okay, well, that's it for e-commerce platforms and, again, Google Shopping. We will build your e-commerce marketing strategy for free if you sign up to SEMrush. What that means is we'll just produce the tactical strategy. We'll tell you exactly what we think you should do, how much money you're going to make from each of your products, or who your competitors are for those products, what the cost per click for those products is going to be, what your conversion rate is going to be with us, because your conversion rate on your e-commerce site might be lower than what it should be. I don't know. Maybe it's much higher than I would expect, but I'm rarely wrong in these cases. We could tell you what your conversion rate is going to be on Shopify, on any of these platforms, because we've used them so many times and because we optimize them to the best of our abilities. Go Buffaloes! Okay, thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on the next slide.